Not everyone responds to diet and exercise the same way, and hormones are often the reason why. For some individuals, despite consistent effort with food and movement, weight loss remains minimal or non-existent. These so-called weight-resistant cases aren't about willpower or discipline. They're often driven by deeper biological forces rooted in endocrinology. And understanding those forces is crucial not only for compassion, but for real solutions. Three major hormones, leptin, insulin, and thyroid hormones, play central roles in regulating metabolism, appetite, and fat storage. When they're working in harmony, the body tends to maintain a stable energy balance. But when they're dysregulated, the system becomes resistant to traditional weight loss efforts. Leptin is a hormone produced by fat cells that signals fullness to the brain. In people with obesity, paradoxically, leptin levels are often high, but the brain stops responding to it effectively, a condition called leptin resistance. The result? Persistent hunger, reduced energy expenditure, and a metabolic state that clings tightly to stored fat. Insulin, which controls blood sugar levels, is another key player. Chronically elevated insulin, often from diets high in refined carbs and frequent eating, can lock fat into storage mode. Even when calorie intake is reduced, elevated insulin can prevent the breakdown of fat for energy. This is why some people don't lose weight on standard low-fat or calorie-counting diets, but may respond better to carbohydrate moderation or intermittent fasting approaches that restore insulin sensitivity. Thyroid hormones, especially T3 and T4, regulate the body's metabolic rate. When thyroid function is impaired, as in hypothyroidism, the entire system slows down, metabolism drops, fatigue rises, and weight loss becomes stubborn. Even mild thyroid dysfunction, often overlooked in standard lab ranges, can significantly affect how the body burns and stores energy. But here's the encouraging truth. Even when weight loss is limited, dietary changes still yield substantial health benefits. People with hormonal challenges often see improvements in blood sugar, cholesterol, inflammation, liver health, and energy levels with better nutrition, even if the scale doesn't budge much. That's because food affects far more than just weight. It helps recalibrate the hormonal systems themselves. That said, here's the warning. Too often, people with hormonal resistance are told they're not trying hard enough, or worse, that their bodies are broken. This can lead to frustration, shame, and the adoption of extreme, unsustainable diets that worsen hormonal imbalances rather than heal them. Crash dieting, for instance, can lower thyroid output and worsen leptin resistance, creating a metabolic rebound effect that makes long-term weight maintenance even harder. The path forward requires a more informed, compassionate approach. Identifying underlying hormonal imbalances through functional lab testing, symptom tracking, and personalized medicine can help tailor dietary strategies that support metabolic healing. This might include anti-inflammatory eating, meal timing adjustments, thyroid-supportive nutrients, and resistance training to improve insulin sensitivity. In short, weight resistance isn't a dead end. It's a sign that deeper systems need care and rebalancing. The body is still listening, still responding, just not always in the visible ways we've been taught to expect. Healing may begin without dramatic weight loss, and that healing is still very real. It's time we start recognizing that and stop treating the scale as the only measure of progress.